We're ready.
We are. Hi.
Good morning, lovely people.
Good morning up there.
How's everyone?
I love that background, Andrea, whenever you use it.
Thank you.
Well, you are a star, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I love all the colors in it.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Hi, Christina. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Anything going on?
Yeah, nothing's going on. And
yeah, I see the other day.
The world's at peace.
Here we thought we'd have nothing to read on after
45.
Yeah, after 45 lost, we're like, we ain't have much to read on, right? We had a little delay there, But yet here, we're still having a lot of fun. 14 months later.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Pretty.
Are we delayed here?
You're lagging, Scott. At least it looks like that to me.
I think we all are.
Oh.
Well, Andrea and I look just perfect.
Well, yeah.
On our end.
There's some internet issues here.
Yeah, on our end, it's yours. So, yeah. As we continue to move through lots of big shifts and changes, we're going to see we're going to want to be in the know. So go ahead and ask your questions and we'll star them and put them right in row. In row. I still haven't had enough coffee. In order. And go through them. Yeah. And wake up. We'll wake up. We will wake up. I promise.
I think that's essential.
I hope the internet stays stable. We're supposed to have that solar.
Is that today, the solar thingamaboob?
It's supposed to be going on.
Well, your connection looks a little better now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't hearing you guys for a bit. I'm like, we have to start this over? Okay.
It's snowing here today.
So, in other news, in the world, oh my God, it's.
And here's Lilac Lantern with the weather. Well, it's snowing here today in Ontario, Canada.
And that's not weird.
No, that's reasonable.
That's not weird for April.
Well, yeah. I think I asked earlier to myself a couple weeks ago, is it going to snow in April here? I got yes.
You got it, yeah. We're getting some as well. I mean, the weather. That's another thing we'll have to. Another thing, part of the shift. The globe is shifting too. Did you get some of those questions, Scott, that you missed?
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping there would be only.
You got Michelle My Bells because I don't see it starred.
Oh, where'd that
and
go?
Liz, you got Michelle My Bell and Liz L right in a row.
Oh, they popped up again.
There you go.
Thank you. Does anyone see that? I don't remember where I plucked that from. I think it was the AP News that ran the story. I sent you the screenshot of it. But they're saying they found that there's up to 300 Republicans involved in the Electoral Count scandal. They were all in the chain and maybe even talked with 45 and others about decertifying their electors. There's 300 in the loop.
Wow.
It's
Bo,
open.
would you like to be on the show?
Bo.
Good
Come
morning,
on,
Bo.
Bo.
Good morning, Bo.
He's in a mood today. Come here.
Oh, Bo. Bo. What's
Come
the
here,
mood?
Bo. Come on.
He's mad that it's
There he
snowing
is.
in May. I mean, April.
He just needs to be on the TV show. And he'll
Here
feel
you
better.
go, boss.
Oh,
It's okay. It's snowing.
there you go. Big guy.
We had a mountain lion in our yard last night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome, but scary.
Luna makes the weirdest sounds when that
I
Good
bet.
when that lion comes through.
I've been, I had a little trouble falling asleep. I don't know about you. But I was seeing all these images from Ukraine.
I saw them this morning and I was like, oh my
It's
God.
just horrifying. It's just like, the mind was racing, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a few people talking like, well, how do you feel about this now, Fox News? Supporting a VP over there in what they're going.
It's horrifying, and the amount that we know,
Right.
we don't know,
Right.
and it's all gonna, after this is over and the reality of what took place comes out. It's a horror show over there. And
we never. The weird thing is that never sensed it would be this bad.
No.
No.
He wasn't supposed to do it.
No. At least, kind of what I was being told. It was like, well, they're going to start something and they're going to go well and they're going to quit. That's the way it felt. And now this. So, oof. Morning, Pam. Election denied cancer.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All kinds of crazy.
Oh, Kim's here. Hi, Kim.
Aries girl encountered a bobcat.
We have those all day long. The mountain lions don't come out till it's dark at night. They slink around and use my yard as a bathroom.
No, there's something to scoop up. Oh dear. Well, what an incredible thing that you get to see nature like that.
Mm-hmm.
The wild animal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's really a beautiful thing.
Lots of deer during the day. We have we get the bears through here, the elk.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Good question, Lilac Lantern.
Well, sweetie, darling Lulu, help me out with that one.
Oh, my nose is going to do this thing.
I copy pasted it, sweetie, darling, because Scott couldn't scroll back that far in the comments in the backstage. So that's why we copy pasted your question.
Thank you. In June, I did say that. Ingenuous one. I can't say the word.
It's too early yet to start saying big words, Scott. We don't.
I'm gonna stay with like the and cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us an hour in before we have to start saying big words.
You did good.
Thank you.
That worked. Let's see. Trying to outdo each other.
All right. Okay. DeSantis. Yeah.
Can you believe we're in a place where there's a governor going against Disney and it's about the word gay? I just, in 2022.
This is, this is going to backfire on DeSantis
Big time.
big time. And, he's trying to redirect attention away from the don't say gay. Say gay, gay. And so he's trying to deflect, and it's going to backfire. You picked the wrong people to deflect on, right, guys? So I don't feel this is going to go well for him. He may. I also feel there's people telling him to kind of step back out of this. I don't know. He thinks he's just the king of kings. He does. So.
Oh, I'll use my gay tarot deck for this one.
Oh, good. Oh, what a great idea.
Excellent.
Great idea. I'm going to do that too.
Nice. Okay.
Guess what, Ron? We use gay cards to read on you.
I know.
It ain't going to go well for Ron. I'm getting Disney will win, and I'm pretty sure this is against the law. Like, there might be a lawsuit against him from the federal government. Is that possible? Because this is against rights of
human rights or something like that.
For some reason, I'm sensing the Department of Justice is going to step in here. I have very bad cards coming up.
I got a court as well. In front of the courts. Oh.
I used the deck I created, and I got all three of the bad cards. I got the Tower, Five of Coins, and and it's basically the Three of Swords. Every single one of them. And then I have this Law. The Tower is right next to this Law. I feel the Knight of Coins is that Law. And I have better coming in. So why I think it's the Department of Justice, I have my Six of Cups and Creator or Magician. Things that have been established in the past are going to change by a magician. And then I have True Love comes in with the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups and Six of Cups are summer timing for me. This ain't going to last long. And there's going to be a Tower moment coming for the Satan. Love will win. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups together. Love will win. Not this evil man.
Love will win. Yeah. He's trying to...
This is a personal thing for him.
It sure is.
He was teased as a child.
Yes.
This is what I'm getting. So for entertainment purposes only, seeing my cards and I'm asking the pendulum, why is this happening? He was teased as a child. He hasn't outlived this, right? I think there's also someone in his family who might be gay. He hates it because he was teased as being gay as a kid. I mean, that just makes sense because his move is stupid. Like it's a
Yeah.
huge reaction to something that doesn't make sense.
Did you see the little photo of him with all the kids behind him when he was signing the bill? All these little kids in their little school uniforms,
Oh no.
and he's there signing the bill.
This is personal. This is completely personal for him. This is someone who hasn't dealt with his trauma. So now he's going to make the state of Florida deal with it. Personal vendetta. I asked if he was himself, but I get a no.
Yeah, Clarence. Woo!
Oh, Clarence.
No, he hasn't dealt with his past trauma.
The
Yeah,
thing
well,
I think, the
go
thing
ahead.
I think of is why are these states doing this now? The Satan had 4 years,
Yeah.
3 years to do this stuff.
Mm.
The voting rights and everything the Republicans have done.
Yeah.
They did this year. All these voting laws since 2020 and now this. Rhonda Satan has been doing all kinds of horrible things worse since Biden won.
Yeah. Truth. It's Spirit Whisper into Happy Sunday. I love that. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Happy Sunday.
Yes, I do, Cam.
Oh my
I think
God,
it's
Kim,
maybe-
you're up early. I'm barely awake. What are you doing up so early?
Yeah, it's 8.
Woo. Yeah, it's not going to go well for him as far as it is going to backfire on him. You have justice and heartbroken here. He's creating this. He's literally creating this message here to try to expose Disney for something, but it's going to backfire. He thinks this is like, oh my gosh, gold mine for me. No, brokenhearted. And you know what it's going to do? It's just going to open up an investigation towards him in regards to money. So backfire.
Yeah, Disney will win in court for sure.
Funny, Cecilia. Lindsey Graham, anything to say?
Mm.
That's funny. Since lovely Kim jumped in so early in the morning,
I know. Question. Okay, so history.
continue with this one.
Have an awful election cycle in 2022. Do you get the same?
Definitely, because I believe the DOJ is going to bring the hammer down before the election. A lot of these guys can't even run or will be implicated within this big mess of 2020.
How does 2022
I think it's going to be a huge fail. Well, let's see what the cards say. Grab my Freebird Spirit cards.
Anyway,
You
so
know, you might have to interpret. I'm
yeah,
not a little Norman master yet.
well, okay, so what is coming, what I'm seeing here is a lack of, like, they don't have their normal avenues of funding. So their normal ways of money will be lacking, and their ways of cheating. So those two things are against them as well, is what I'm seeing here.
They are determined to disrupt the peace. It's going to backfire on them. They should be really taking a time out and look at what they're doing and what they're saying, but they're not. Some Republicans are trying to pull away from this nonsense. I don't think I'm sure all Republican people running for office aren't horrible, but they are trying to pull away from the really bad stuff that's going on. I don't see votes coming in for them. And also what Debbie said, the money's not coming in to fund them. A ton of anxiety. So they are really going to be stressed out during this election cycle. They've disrupted the peace too much, right? Causing these ridiculous things, plus what we know about Gen 6. Yeah, they're not getting the funding or the votes. The Russian money, good one. Liz L said the Russian money's not coming in.
Lisa's on it today. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. She's putting gays at the end of every word. That's all. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
I have nothing of money. I don't have the Justice card. But I have good news. It's showing me indictments galore. And everything is coming out on what every single Republican has done because of their lies. The Rider and Create Yourself. The Rider shows a 9 of Cups. That's news, messenger, in progress. Creating Yourself is standing in truth. And then I have more messages coming out with the documents and the book.
Oh, look at that.
The letter and the book. All kinds of news, facts coming out. And then I have the sun next to that. Everything's being illuminated.
Wow.
Every single thing is coming out on these people factually. And then I have, at the end, pathways and the clouds.
Ooh.
Choices, decisions, free will, the new path in the clouds is all the confusion and unstable conflict for the GOP.
Going forward. Unclear.
So that's a rough reading of creation. It didn't show jail time because I don't think by then there would be, maybe prison. They're probably going through this stuff. But it's showing everything coming out with the facts, with that book coming out next to the letter. So we got indictment, facts, rule of law. Yeah, it is not going to go well for the GOP. Or if there's a Democrat involved, who knows? But the rule of law will prevail here.
Yeah, their old ways of doing things, receiving their old ways of receiving gifts, tricky and clever and deceitful, of getting that money, those gifts coming to an end. We're balancing out true vote. We're bringing it back, right? So big eyes on this.
Mm-hmm.
Big eyes on this. So I just feel,
There we go. Investigating. Yeah.
So that's going to be part of. I feel there's several layers to this, and yeah, it's just not. You just can't do it like you used to. They just can't do it like they used to. It's not the same world. It's not the same game.
No. Have any gay celebrities spoken out against the dingbat?
I
That's
haven't
a good
heard.
question. I haven't heard any.
I hope we have recovery, Holly. We never really get complete access and control, and a better feeling because there's always a fight in the background. I would expect huge victories, but I'm, feel a flow of modest victories and be surprised when it's more. But I expect the DOJ to be moving forward here before the election.
Right. Raven Simone, right. She walked out with others from Disney, I think. Because she's gay and I think she's on a Disney show, right?
Oh.
Rosie spoke out.
Mm.
Behind the scenes. Interesting.
Okay, time.
All right. Well, good question.
Come here.
Go to this one.
If only we could manage it. I've seen this message for decades, and it never seems possible. Maybe now. Peace on earth. Peace on earth, George. Peace on earth. Well, we continue. We definitely keep praying for that, don't we? Peace on earth. Yes.
Peace on earth. Possibly peace.
Peace on earth. It just works better when we don't have, a couple of those countries that like to have their dictators, right? Or people might not like their dictators, but you know what I mean? If there's a dictator amongst, it's hard to get to that peace place because you're up against a dictator.
Well, many of them are getting pretty old and doing bad things. So let's see what happens here. Towards it, patriotic rule. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, Kimmy.
Well, I got be the light. If you want peace on earth, we all have to act that way. Be the light that spreads the peace. And, it's amazing when you do a self-audit during your day, how you can, because I've been doing that, how you can be pulled into sort of those lower vibrations by someone else or something else, and not to fall for it, not to get pulled down, to stay peaceful, to forgive others. They know not what they do, that kind of thing. It's also saying we are empowered to create the peace. If we're ready, we can help create it, which I think everyone here in this group certainly is. Be the light.
I love that card.
Yeah, I love that card. Wise ones. Ooh.
Well,
Sorry, it was what I'm seeing her as the youth and wise.
ooh,
Are the youth of today going to be the wise ones that bring us into peace because of what they're seeing now, right?
ooh.
So let's help lead them.
I do feel that peace is possible in our world as we move towards that balance. But literally, I love when the cards follow what they give me. We have to get rid of the dictatorship stuff.
Yes.
Once that is overcome, we'll able to work more united as a united world to bring in that peace and balance. Yay, bottom of the deck.
Beautiful. Mark says, I was born gay. It's okay with me if you weren't. I still love you. Thank you, Mark, for forgiving those of us who weren't born gay. You still
Yay.
love us.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's a good comment, though.
Yeah.
It's tough card throw what I'm sensing here, but it is possible, but there's still a lot of work to go.
Yeah.
You know, like total peace, I just don't sense it. You have too many, aspecting souls working together, but the overall flow is divine timing of love. I have Ace of Cups and Queen of Cups as the overall energy there, because that's a lot of love flow. The energy is moving that way. High Priestess, Queen of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So that fast-moving energy towards peace is working. It's working that way. And I believe Andrea's right. It gets that way. To free the people from power, it will take today's youth, the new generation. Page of Cups, Knight of Coins, and the Two of Wands. It's sensing the new generation is going to have to do it. But currently, like you say, and we were saying, we need to get rid of these dictators, and that's going to take time. Either passing, whatever, but I have the Eight of Swords and Hierophant. So peace on earth is restricted by the hierarchy of today. Hierophant, Eight of Swords. And in the end, I have, because of that, this is my four together at the end. The hierarchy is restricted for peace on earth because there isn't peace yet. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. They're next to each other. They're, like canceling themselves out, right? We have the harmony of the loving family, but we're burdened by the restrictions of the current governmental society around.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what kind of our ET friends and family are waiting for. To fully
Pretty much
be in the open is waiting for the united earth.
Yeah.
And until that happens, they still have to be kind of behind the scenes. But I do feel it's coming, and I have the Judgment card, and that's that transformation in which we're in, and it's not always easy. Not always easy. But we are in it, and we're going towards it.
Yes.
George, thank you for the question.
I used the timing deck, and the top card was bide your time. Bottom card, take one day at a time.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's
we're
coming.
heading towards the light. Just it's a day at a time. It's funny because it's the timing deck, so it has all kind of those two
I
cards,
know, right?
right? I got goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very true there, SS, about greed and power. That's the problem too. Our laws around the world got to continue working on this greed and power. Bless you, Renee.
Thank you, Renee.
Amen. Let there
Peace
be
on
peace on earth.
earth.
Let it begin with
Let
me.
it be. Yes.
Love it.
Beautiful. Like Marie just said too, fix the dark money, fix the tax havens. You know, if a business does wonderful, they deserve, the rewards. But they need to pay their fair share too, right? And the kickbacks and government, you get enough enlightened people to put in proper laws so we can live in abundance and not greed and power. And that will create the change. There's just too much greed and power that living high on the almighty dollar instead of caring for your people, like a Winehouse, like a Joe Biden, that kind of thing. You need the apathetic,
Hey.
honest people in office to make things work for everyone, to have peace on earth. And that means you got to get rid of the Fox Newses and the AONs and Newsmax and the 45s. That guy needs to go down. Murdoch needs to pass away so the new generation can take over. Oh, yeah. Very true, Marie. You win the lottery and you take the cash option after taxes. If you win $280 million, you get like 60 million of that. If you would take the cash option. Just,
Yeah.
that money's just gone to the government. It's a rigged system too. You're putting in out to a lottery for luck and a prayer, and they take it all.
Yeah.
You would win.
Hi, Bo.
That's kind of defeating the purpose, isn't it? It's like they don't trust you with your own money that you may have won. And then if you take and it's bogus to take the annuity option. Yeah, you'll get more in the end, but they get to keep it for 30 years.
Wow.
That annuity system's messed up. Anywho, everything's rigged, right?
Everything's rigged.
Well, all we can do, it's society we live in. We can't control it. Positive thinking. Move forward. Okay. Let's make it fun. A fun, quick one.
Did 45 really get a hole in one?
We can all probably just get all our pendulums for this one.
Was it at a mini putt?
Putt golf?
Putt putt.
Was it on the kids' course at the mini putt?
I'm getting a no on that, but
Does he do anything for real? I think it was just to put out there that, oh, I'm the greatest, and everyone will go da 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 da. Okay.
I got he got one in his life before, but it wasn't recently. So is it old?
Yeah, he golfed a lot. So this was the other day.
Is it on video?
No. There's a video of him walking up to the cup and then looking in the hole, and there's a golf ball in there. So it could have been staged very easily.
I'm getting a no.
So I got to know as well. And what they were showing me was it was probably a close one that he just booted in. You know what I mean? Yeah. He put out a press release about it.
My pendulum's saying no.
Yeah. I'm getting
So yeah, I mean, the video was taken of him walking up to it, and then it was in there. So the video could have been, he could have like put it in and then go, okay, here we go. We're gonna put the, start it up.
It was like.
I got that. I asked too. It was close, but it wasn't a real one. So he said, "Oh, it's going to be one," and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And in his mind, it was,
Yeah, well, right. He doesn't play by the rules.
He absolutely is taking it as one. Debbie, was it really on a par 3?
there's guys. Well, a hole in one on a par 3 is still good.
Yeah,
but he didn't do it. No,
he doesn't play by the rules. So a real hole in one he doesn't need. He just says, "Oh, I was close. That counts." I bet he probably like hit the stick or something, the flag or whatever, and he thinks that counts.
Good one, Kelly.
Yeah, and let me just show you the cards that I got here, just so you know. The cards backed us up, guys. He's just a bunch of hot air.
Just that those cards just stink. He stinks.
Yeah, he stinks. The demons doing
a bunch of hot air. Yeah. A press release. I can't believe that, Kim. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, there's been people that reported that he cheats when he golfs.
Yeah.
He'll if he goes in the rough, he won't count it. He'll kick it out. That kind of stuff. But he's been doing it a long time. He's got to have some kind of skills to love it that much. But this day, he cheated. For sure.
It's not legitimate.
It is not. Yeah.
I mean, you could drive a Mack truck through that story. There we go.
All right. Did Jared really give anything that will take Trump down?
So basically, what did Jared talk about? I guess, according to reports, there's just reports that he was talkative and got good info at his voluntary deposition with the 1-6 committee.
Yeah, I read on this on Friday, and I did feel that he did give some helpful information. However, he was in control of what does that make sense? Like,
right, if he does all the talking,
the narrative, he controlled that narrative. So,
but he does all the talking, yeah, that's what I was getting before today. That he said everything, but protected himself.
Right.
I think he was very truthful.
Yeah, I do too.
So
but when it came to himself, he just kind of like distracted, and well, I wasn't there.
Yeah, I threw the dice on this one. So yes, he did talk. He was very distressed about this. He knows they are in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
He gave evidence against the White House, the castle, the king.
Ooh.
He said that he was just a sheep. He just followed his orders, right? Yeah. Hey, man, I just work here, Hey,
man.
And he also gave information about the Big Apple stuff in New York.
Ooh.
So I think he gave them enough to go on, but I think he only gave them half the story. So
right.
he shed light on half of it, not maybe his half. So that's the little story I got here from the dice.
Mic drop on that. I have those too.
Do you?
Yeah, I love them. I never thought to use them on here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the tarot card ones too?
Oh, did they make cards of this?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll go get them just to show you guys.
Now you've just got my attention again.
Right.
I'm totally nude cards.
More cards. Yeah, I grabbed Andrea's cards here. I got a lot of worry and thought over some communications for him with a medical card, but I was focused more on the worry and thought of communications for him, because he didn't, he wanted to be a free bird. This didn't come in jail. It came in for a bad guy.
Yeah.
He wants to escape justice. Kind of the same thing. But it's coming because we have whistleblowers that have told already. He helped put some pieces together. Enemies, and then world leaders and Mad King. So he has that. I feel like that's the excuse. I was there. I was coming back. That's the reports that he was, coming back from a trip. The world leader's excuse. But this whole throw here is basically telling me that he flipped on some things. But of course, protected himself. So that came in next. But if you just get rid of this card, the medical or dysfunction card, then I have communications and worry. But if you flip it around, you have jail for those who were in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about protection here, but if you flip it around there, they're all going down. Whoever's in the loop. So he did the best to save himself, but was truthful about what he knew.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because if he thinks they don't have information on him, he's crazy,
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? To blame others or other, like, dude, they got you as well.
I think as well, I don't think he's stupid. He's made stupid deals, but I don't think he's stupid. I think he knows what's going on. He sees the writing on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
He may have a clue, or privately they may know that Meadows and these other guys are getting referred to DOJ. His father was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's trying to weasel his way out of culpability here.
Yeah.
But the ones that are truly defying are the big ones that are in trouble.
Yeah.
Big time. The Meadows, the Clark, the Eastman, the people that wrote Navarro, all those people that wrote it and that were, who's the other ones? Rudy, the Kraken lady, Powell, those people. Rudy's lawyer associate, big time trouble.
Yeah. Well, I see that he kind of went in. The reason he went in here, or the reason he was a bit. He was getting a little paranoid about the directions that it could go. So he wanted to control that narrative. But he was stressed out about it. So I have the 9 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Wands here. So these are, Andrea, these are the tarot ones.
Oh.
And but so he made a decision and to share. information. But you have that 2 of Pentacles there, so that's that balance. So he's like, okay, how do I manipulate this? So he was still a little manipulative, but he was truthful to bring that in. So that you see, that's the Page of Wands and then you have and he shared info. And it's gonna help. It's gonna help in the end. So you have the six of and then death. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, aren't these cool, Andrea? Yeah, you need to get these. You need to grab these. So these are other parts of it.
Wow.
Here's the moon. Isn't that fun?
So how many does it come with?
So I keep them in this bag, and so I feel like there's. Well, look at the strength one, you guys. Strength one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I think there's 13 here. So 5, 10. Yeah, 13. 13. Here's the 3 of Cups. Here's us, 3 of Cups. Anyways, yeah, cool. Andrew, you have to put that on your list. Tarot dice.
Oh, I love shopping for new fun things like this.
That is crazy.
And just a reminder to everybody, you can get messages, from different things. If you're not sure, or you haven't tuned into something, try a pendulum, try dice, try cards, try whatever it is, reading tea leaves. Everyone's gift is a little different, and whatever resonates with you is perfect.
Yeah, way back in the day, I literally started off with a deck of playing cards that you would play rummy with or whatever. Yeah. And I literally, my first Linneman deck was a deck of playing cards that I wrote on.
That is awesome.
Mark Meadows hasn't been charged yet with contempt as he's testified in this grand jury Garland has put in place. So he's been given a break.
It's okay. What has it been? 90 days, whatever it is that Garland was, or Meadows was referred by the January 6th committee. There is a grand jury in place. We know this. The DOJ had to install, develop a grand jury because there was a contempt charge. They had to do it. So now we know for sure there is a grand jury sequestered for these probes. Meadows had no action taken. So there's only 2 things it could be. He's flipped. They put him in front of the grand jury and gave him immunity, or they did nothing and went in front of the grand jury and poured out the evidence of Meadows, and now there's a sealed indictment. So there's 3 things. There's either a sealed indictment, he's got immunity and spilled everything to the grand jury, or they just said there's not enough to charge. I guess that's that. So my sense is, or we could throw first, but my sense is that there's a sealed indictment, because I don't think the DOJ is going to let him walk. Being the chief of staff of the president, being in the loop of everything, being the grandmaster, the center, I don't believe the DOJ is going to let him walk. And I'm sure, like Swalwell and all these other lawyers, they know what's going on. So, throw your cards. Let's see if that is correct. Get some confirmation.
Okay.
Story cubes on Amazon.
Has Mark Meadows.
That's right, Earth Mama. We just don't know because it's all sacred. The cards will pull out the story if it's meant to be known.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put this in there. Let's see if it's on that phone. See if I
Let's
can
see. 5 cards.
copy. Okay, so I just posted the link to where you can find those tarot dice, because it's not, you can't get them on Amazon or anything like that.
Thank you. And I put the link for the other ones.
There we go. We're all going to be rolling dice soon.
Rocking and rolling.
Rolling. Okay, Mark Meadows.
Interesting commentary on Garland. There you go, Susan. Very possible, Deanne. Cards may not tell us. I know, right? Meadows was a major player. He was the central communicator in all the loop.
I texted it to you, Andrea, so you don't have to
Oh, thank you.
think about that. Roll the bones. That's right, Connie.
So I asked my pendulum, so I'll wait till you guys get your answers.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, at least you know what it's called and stuff. And look around, but I don't feel like you can find it on Amazon. It'll have to be.
I still haven't had any coffee or caffeinated beverages since January 1st.
Wow.
Oh
I just saw when someone said they need coffee. Pamela said coffee, need coffee. And I'm just like, yum. But no, I don't know.
Good for you.
I know, but is it?
I know. Yeah. I'm going with the school of thought that caffeine helps the aging up process in our brain and stuff. I'm going to go with that. So, okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Scott. We were dealing with figuring out all the dice.
Have you shuffled for this one?
I have shuffled. I just need to throw.
No, Rich. No more Tim Hortons.
Well, I can tell I layered of all 3 of our cards, so
Yeah.
I can toss out if you
Go
want.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to influence your cards or anything. You're done?
You won't influence my cards.
I will influence your cards.
Andrea will, but yeah.
This is telling me Garland has a sealed indictment.
Ooh.
The bear, Garland, DOJ, with the letter, the sealed indictment, Wheel of Fortune. Things coming to roost, fate turning the other way. So the bear would be the whole package. The wheel, the whole package. of the DOJ. And then about Garland, I have the King of Swords here with Garland. I am enough, and then yes, taking charge of everyone then that's involved. He will not back down. So then I have positive, the Child, and Knight of Wands. So that means telling me that everything they did on January 6th, anyone involved, they will move on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Knight of Wands, fast moving action. They will move on everything they've done in a positive manner. And like Garland says, the rule of law. Then I have every single person. I have the dot space card. So that's like connecting all the dots, everyone involved to me. And then I have ships and the Six of Swords. That's all about moving on the calmer waters. Travel. It's all about justice, basically. And then I have the negative intentions, creating a positive space, and then the King of Cups.
Ooh, I have...
In the end, intentions. Releasing the negative space, basically within this Biden administration, getting things all together, being a family, and it's all about release, all about moving on in the end. So I think he's got a sealed indictment, basically.
Yep, I asked Pendulum, and I got that he has testified. It was information against Donald J. Trump Sr. It is damaging information, and we will know about it at some point. At some point.
So if he testified, that means there, according to your toss, then you would have a deal.
Ooh, I didn't ask that.
Because if he testified without incrimination, that would mean he got a deal. You know, for not prison time or whatever.
Yeah, no, he's going to jail, but it's a lighter sentence.
Okay. Then there would going to have to be talks. There'd be a lot of talks back and forth with lawyers. Because he wanted to get out of jail free card.
I feel like, I feel like the team, the attorneys or whatever that are doing, getting all this information, I do feel like they're maneuvering through a bunch of narrative and, figuring it out, getting the truth. I just don't know about Mark. It's not clear where he is at in all this to me. I feel like he is, I feel like he has someone, what I'm being shown, telling him what to do, advising him. He has an advisor amongst this, but I do feel maybe this is about he's given up the goods of all these players, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he hasn't, he will, to save himself. It's going to become clear. So, and he has a lot of goods, a lot of info that is gonna be helpful. So if he has or hasn't, it will be good information.
Yeah.
I do feel though we will know.
I got that too. We're gonna know.
We're gonna know.
Yeah.
And this is extremely positive going forward. This is going to be super helpful coming together and it's really going to bring progress and kind of like turn the corner for the whole investigation once this all comes to light here. But yeah, he's going to, I feel like there's going to be some throwing under the bus. But look, you have Fish and guilty. So there's a lot of people guilty here.
Oh, yeah.
And that Knight of Wands, bringing that in, taking action against all those who are guilty. So all those who are guilty. So this will be interesting how this plays out. I just see him. He has to maneuver because, trying to get, like Andrea said, the lesser sentence. So I see him sitting, and you know how they have the mic right here, and he's like, and he has someone in his ear, like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You can say this or you can't say that or like that. So I do feel he has someone in his ear with advising him on things. But
the funny thing is he would get longer in jail for election fraud than he would for contempt charge of Congress.
Yeah. Wow.
We read on a while ago if Mark would be like the John Dean, from the Watergate, bring things forward and be a hero. And we got no, there weren't going to be any heroes.
Yeah, he's no hero, but he's just trying to not spend too many days in jail.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening here.
Marie,
Marie, thank you. Blessings.
Thank you, Marie.
All right, where the heck?
We ain't fragile. We can handle the truth. We can handle the truth. And that hat is so cute on you, Andrea.
Thank you.
Is that did they do the stitching?
Yep, it's stitching. Whoops.
It's the real deal, not
it's
like
the real deal. And you can get them in different colors. I got green.
I love the green.
Different colors. So this is the trucker hat. There's also the baseball cap and the toque and all the other things Renee's got on sale through Tarot Love Community. They're not on sale, they're for sale.
They're for sale.
For sale.
My little mug is in the dishwasher as we speak. But I love that, and that's cute. And so yeah, if they did the stitching with yours, Andrea, it would be really
cool. I think I'm going to use this. So this is through Printful.
Printful. Okay. Good to know.
The thing I used off YouTube, I'm not happy with. The quality of the merchandise but the printing I didn't like at all. So
they just kind of they print it out and then they iron it on or something. Yeah. She
said it's printed. No, it's now you're going to see me with hat hair, but no, it's embroidery.
Yeah, that's embroidered. Yeah. Definitely embroidered.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Printful. I got to write that down. Printful.
Not that I would recommend watching, but there's clips of the Farmers guys rally last night in Michigan. There's a guy on Twitter, Ron Flippino or something like that. He goes to all these right-wing things and posts clips and just crazy. Some people at the rally are crazy, literally insane. That the former guy's coming back. One lady was in tears. I just get so emotional when I see him walk on stage and talk, and I'm like, oh my Lord, this is not.
I feel emotions. Not what she's feeling.
Yeah, a lot of emotions, but yeah.
That is just nuts. Connie B, wondering about Mnuchin here coming up. Alrighty. Mick Mulvaney. Let's get a different flow going.
What's wrong with this? What is going on?
CBS wants to hire Mick Mulvaney.
Who's
So-
Mick Mulvaney?
Even Colbert had something to say about that.
Oh, I gotta look at the clip of that one.
And it's his network, right?
Can someone tell the Canadian who Mick Mulvaney is? Mick Mulvaney?
He was Trump's spokesman.
Oh.
And he was the one during the first impeachment trial about Ukraine. He's the one that stood up there and said, everyone's in a loop. We all make deals. Get over it. We make deals.
Yeah.
It's okay to strong arm a country on aid. So he's not an honest guy. He's a right winger. So everyone's up in arms like, why are you hiring this guy? According to a brief story I seen, is like, well, supposedly that Republicans are going to do so well in 2022. They want a Republican talking point on the side. That's according to what I read. But anyway, why, Mick? What's going to go on? Is this going to happen? He was one of the chief of staffs, or I don't know. He was speaking. Usually chief of staff don't do much speaking. But yeah, he could have been a chief of staff. He was close to the former guy. Yeah, I know, right? Lieber later. We should say it. 45 lost. Get over it. Wow, man, we got so many people running for government in 2022 that are talking those points. Election lives. I just can't believe that people are so unwoke and in tune that, well, if there was election fraud for 45, how come you aren't saying your election had a problem? You won, right? People believe his election was bad, but Lindsey Graham's election was perfect. Mitch McConnell's election was perfect. Just craziness.
Is Rupert Murdoch own CBS?
No, I have no clue who owns it, but genuinely decent reporting. Not one of the big ones.
Let's see. Rupert.
Mick Mulvaney.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, I think what I'm getting here is like the leadership thinks they would get more money and viewers by hiring him with a different perspective or something. I don't know why. But this is what the cards are telling me, that it was a reasoning to bring a different perspective, try to bring some right-wing views into viewership. 3 of Wands, 9 of coin, all about money, and then the Wheel of Fortune, changing perspective. It's kind of like, and then I have Knight of Coins. It feels like trying to bring in advertising, right-wing advertising or something. That's the only thing I'm seeing. I'm not getting a reason why, or it doesn't really feel like it's going to go well, though.
Yeah, no. I don't feel it's going to do what they had hoped for. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to turn out well. I do feel, the reason they did it, I have the 6 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So they were hoping, as they looked at this, that this would be a good connection and that it would be a win-win for each other, right? And that it was going to be fulfilling. But it's not. Like, here's the Page of Cups right here. This is the first card out, and I just thought, oh my God. But yeah, it came in reverse. So it is not turning out the way they hope. I have the 4 of Cups and the Page of Swords and then the 5 of Swords. It's not going to, it's going to backfire on them, basically. So not a win-win. Not a win-win. Do you like that? It's going to backfire on them. See that?
That's good. Turning their backs on. That's a good one.
Yeah.
What card is that? Depicting?
This is the 5 of Swords.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Turning back. That's a good picture.
This was my favorite, though. This was the first one out in regards to the soul situation. His head in the toilet.
That's cute.
Okay, so I just did some Nancy Drew in here. So
Yay.
I wanted to know who owns CBS. So it's Paramount. If you go back, who owns Paramount? It's something National Amusements. If you go back, who owns National Amusements? It's the Redstone family. So you know the name Sumner Redstone. I'm sure you've heard of him before. Very powerful man. I don't think he's long with us. His daughter is in charge. Her name is Sherry Redstone, and she wants to launch a competitor to Fox News.
Oh,
good Lord.
Now that's some good Nancy Drewing.
Well, this is what I do. Because I see that what my cards show me is that they want this guy, Mulvey or whatever, to give out disinformation. Right? We've got the talking bird upside down, which is talking, communication, news, gossip, all this kind of stuff. So this sort of other anti-view. So illusions, delusions, cloudy, like confusing the airwaves. That's why this guy's out there. So I don't know if that's their plan, to do some kind of confusing news show like Fox.
Well, just to remind you all, it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
Yeah, disinformation, right, chat? That's what
Right.
it's.
What is it? New Zealand banned disinformation? The UK's banning disinformation? What is I was reading a story that New Zealand, no disinformation news is promoted there. Fox's banned, doesn't come through. That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Newsmax, OANN, whatever. That's what we need to do here if we can. It can be right wing, but it doesn't have to be lies. Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want just one. I mean, democracy. Yeah, just don't lie. Why? No lying. Be truthful.
True.
His show would be a big loss for CBS. That's for sure, Colleen.
Yes, it would.
It's
Him and the writers do a good job. I can't imagine the writer who does that. His pre-monologue thing. That is funny.
I mean, he kills it every time. He's good.
I always seen something with Fox News every time we read on it, or anyone of disinformation. Like, eventually, there's going to be some kind of regulations or laws against it. But like I think someone else said too, they always kind of go back to the old thing. Oh, we're just entertainment, so you don't get.
But the average viewer doesn't know that. They think it's news,
right.
Not an entertainment show.
FCC regulations.
Good morning, Don Daniels.
You want to toss a couple on the FCC regulations? Did Werner do that?
All right. FCC. FCC it is. I heard some dice.
Shaking the dice. Yahtzee. We got a Yahtzee. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Earth Mama, the fairness doctrine. There was already things in place.
Ooh, this gives me a headache, this one.
Gary's saying Fox is registered as an entertainment. Al Gore started a liberal network and sold it. Okay.
Throw them bones, Andrea. Reagan dissolved it, Earth Mama says.
Something about New York. They might. I don't know. Maybe is the FCC in New York? I don't know. Or a show that comes out of New York might be the first one to get attention. But this is crazy. I don't think they're going to get too far in the next 3 years. We see information just goes everywhere, and we have all these like conspiracy theories and stuff. Just people are hearing all kinds of stuff, and they don't know which way to go. People can't make heads or tails of the news anymore. And I think that's fair. I don't even trust what I see, right? Mm-hmm. For entertainment purposes only.
Aw, Kathy D. Hope you get over your booster quick. I can finally schedule my boost, so I gotta get that done. I have my 5 months waiting time. Anywho, I don't see it going well either.
Kathy D, which one did you get? I'm terrified to get my 4th booster because I literally, you guys, I was so sick the last time on the 3rd one.
Well, you have it in your system, right? Your body should be used to it. If you can, maybe
Pfizer. You got the Pfizer. Yeah, I will switch to Pfizer because I've been doing the Moderna. I will do the Pfizer, but I still feel like I'm super sensitive to everything like that. So,
if you feel safe, Aries girl, go for it. You don't have to. You got it in your system. It does wane, but it's up to you. Cup of B. Wow. No
They
jab
can.
thing in my house.
Yeah, Pamela, that's what I'm going to do. And Pamela, you had like a day or two of just tired, right? With the Pfizer booster, because I'm all scared. Can you just say the question again out loud so I understand it? What I'm looking at here.
Will there be a regulations, laws by the FCC in place to change the disinformation?
I feel they're going in that direction in regards to what my cards are showing me. I do feel like they're trying to do that. They're looking at like kind of they're making some choices here, looking at the ins and outs of it. But the theme card coming out here is the Six of Pentacles. So I do feel like they're trying that it will be going in that direction to kind of combat the delusions that they play out on. You have the Six of Swords there and the Seven of Cups there in the middle, and so they literally are going. They want to regulate this better, the misinformation coming in, and they're in but it's kind of like if they don't do it, their hand's going to be forced. You have the Lovers in reverse here, and then the Two of Swords as a result there. And if they don't do it, their hand will be forced. So that's where you guys were kind of connecting in, maybe another entity is that what you said, Andrea? Like another entity coming in to.
I just see it's just a mess.
Yeah.
I don't think in the next 3 years they're going to get too far. Of course they want to, and I think there's something in New York. So either the head of the FCC is in New York, or there's a program that broadcasts or company in New York that's going to get a lot of attention first, that magnet.
Okay. Lori said she didn't get any not even a sore arm.
Yeah, everyone's body's different and weird.
Different and weird. Yes, all our bodies are different and weird. Says the ET himself.
The DNA memory, it's all weird. I did 2 J&J, didn't have a thing. Barely had a sore arm.
Wow.
You know, everyone's different. It's just no one's DNA is the same. It's crazy work.
All right.
Whatever. Just do the smart thing for yourself.
Yeah.
Because one in 13 people in the UK are infected with the BA2.
Oh, and then we have a nightmare story. So, oh gosh. Feathers singing. All right, you guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah. Feather singing, I've seen that before, honey. I mean, unfortunately, you're like the percentage of 0.1 in a million. So anyway, yeah, I see some kind of lightning bolt coming down on Fox News eventually. A different direction, energy change. Seen as the bad guy. I'm not sure positively if this is fines for not telling the truth on the airwaves or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be a change, something new eventually. When there's a change in the House.
Yes.
So after the election, after this election cycle, there can be more Democrats in, and then get some more moving. So like, it's a big deal to have more than a 50-50 split in the Senate. You can get a lot done when you're pushing 60 in the Senate that are Democrat. I don't think we're going to top 60, but once we know the candidates, we can get in a better feel of what's going to happen with the Senate. in November. What is it? Oh, Tuesday I got to vote in our primary. Get our primary in Wisconsin Tuesday. There's like 5 or 6 Democrats running to go up against Ron Johnson. I get to try to help choose which Democrat's going to run against Ron Johnson in Wisconsin. I feel it's going to be Barnes, the lieutenant general in Wisconsin, number 2. He's running for that seat. That's who I'm voting for anyway. Kentucky's primaries in May. Okay. Oh, God, we have so many questions. You might have to copy and paste some of these for your show.
Thank you, Ed. Tylenol.
Speaking of the Senate and everything, what's our intuition say about improving messaging?
It's Arrow. Arrow. Making
my
a little appearance.
Goodness.
Look at pretty kiddies.
Little baby Arrow.
Oh, you're gorgeous, Arrow.
Yes.
You know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, thank you, Arrow, for coming in here. Such a nice boy. Yeah, giving hugs.
Friends will be up to voters. Majority voted up your side if a Democrat.
How can
Pretty much.
messaging? Biden has accomplished many things yet the rest on the GOP messaging.
Yeah. Take a peek.
How can the
Okay.
It's really simple. Repeat what is being lied about.
Look at this happening here.
Oh,
on live
no.
goodness. On live TV. Look at the boys.
Feels like a kid.
Oh, stay, sweetheart. Oh, no. Okay. Wow.
The boys are in the house.
Both at the same time.
Wow.
Wow.
You look like one of those plain pillows, except plain.
Okay, Ellen. Yeah. Fully hydrated. Tylenol. Double hug, Marie says.
Yes. I know, both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
How can the Dems improve their messaging?
Hey, Graham, Ron Johnson's horrible. He's unbelievable.
Oh, dude.
Not one truth comes out of his mouth except when he's secretly taped.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy. It's, being a Democrat should be easy. But to start off, the people are going to see positive things happen because of justice before the fall elections. There's one.
Mm.
They're going to have to and not worry about messaging too much because they're going to see some things. But it's really a simple thing. Democrats need to bring in love and show what money these Republicans have taken and be a target. Show them what they've done in their past, what lies and deceit. That's all they need to do. Push it. Push it. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I care for about you people. I'm here to be working for you. My opponent has continually said this, which is a lie. Said this, that's all you have to do. Show where the money came from. Show where the lies are. What they've done around the world and otherwise.
It's exactly what I've got. Yeah. What else?
But
Yeah.
it's going to be very helpful, very, very helpful with justice coming out before the fall. The positive aspects. The divine feminine coming in. No, this is a penis. Wrong one. The male dominant energy of justice coming in. There we go. Oops, wrong aspect. But yeah,
So
it's a simple thing. It really is.
the Democrats, this is very interesting. It says, I'm sorry. So defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. The Democrats almost need to, I don't know if apologize is the right word, but talk about the fact that they're never on the offense. They're always playing defense, right?
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah.
So acting like, oh, they're defenseless. They're not. So they need to be righting past wrongs and uprooting the system. They need to be able to have the guts to not play as bad as the Republicans, but be offensive. Take the offensive and, like Scott said, start calling them out, Republicans out on what they've been doing, and uproot the whole thing. Be willing to change the whole thing. Bring it forward. Like, call them out on it and help bring the change. Don't just let it keep happening. That's what I think. That's why the voters or people are frustrated. Like, why are you letting this happen all the time? Why are the Republicans running over you all the time?
It's an amazing thing how programming works. Unfortunately, Hitler had it right, how to program people, and it's being used. Repeat the lie. Just repeat it.
Yeah,
just cycle the lie, and it eventually gets installed in the brain.
It's like they're under that power too. Like they're under that power of under that illusion that that they have to stay in this position, just kind of right behind them, like constantly chasing instead of, like you said, Andrea, getting out in front of that.
Yeah, that too. Keep calling them out for not voting for it.
But their whole stance here is literally they don't want to push. They don't want to push the river. They don't want to cause angst.
But
It's
that's
like,
what's needed.
It's needed. But this is what they're trying to avoid right here. They literally need to, and I love this. Get out of that narrative and grab on to their wings here or whatever. Get into that emotion, show your emotion, and step into that. Get creative. If you don't want to be like them, that's okay, but get creative. But it's okay to use your emotions here, right? They need to stop hiding behind and step into this new, make some decisions here. They need to change their path. They need to change this path because they just keep hiding behind it or, holding back. No, step out onto that path. They're saying step out onto the path.
Yes.
And and be consistent. This is the clouds represent like that conflict that we're talking about. They're trying to avoid. It's like, no, you need to be consistent about addressing this. Don't keep withdrawing and hiding. Be consistent. Step out there, and yeah. And then you have the fish and the Nine of Wands here. And that's like standing in your power. Get out there. You've got this. You've got this. Go out there. You have this backing, get out there, go. You there's profit for yourself, for the whole, if you get out there and stand up. Anyway, yeah.
It feels like they don't want to get into the mudslinging, but that's not what it is.
No,
it's standing. It's like you're being bullied all the time.
Yeah.
You've got to stand up for yourself, and standing up for yourself doesn't mean mudslinging. Exactly. It means calling them out on their garbage, making them atone. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
yeah.
I feel bad. Right.
The speeches and what do you call it? When two were on stage, I'm brain farting here.
Oh, debates.
Debates, yeah, debates or the speeches or advertising. They write themselves. They give them the ammo. It's so easy. It's not like you're fighting and trying to get a seat out of someone who's equals.
Yeah. You
have one person on the other side, generally, that is lying. You have their vote record. You have what they've said.
Yeah.
There's so many people that, the infrastructure bill was passed. They didn't vote for it, but they're going back to their constituents and, hey, I got you this money, and they never voted for it. Didn't care. The ads and everything write their own. They don't have to do it. They just have to come up with compassion and say, this is what I believe in. This is what my opponent has done. You get your message out. Should be an easy win. So Paisley's worried about Ohio. There's been some horrible bills there lately. It's generally red. It's kind of like Wisconsin too. It's a swing state. It has went Democrat, but generally more red. I think the state is pretty red.
Ohio.
She's worried. There was another comment too. If you want to post something else, Paisley, I can't remember exactly, but there's been some horrible bills too.
Yes. Yep.
Well, that idiot works there too. At Big Mouth, doesn't he? Jim.
Oh, that's Jordan. Right. I forgot about Jim Jordan, Ohio. That's right.
Ooh, good memory, Andrea. Woo-hoo.
I don't care for him, so I remember.
For entertainment purposes only. I know Tim Kaine is running for Senate there, I think it is. Not Tim. What's his name? Tim Ryan? Ryan, I think it is. I know, right? Music Mansion. Democrats and liberals work together. It'd be nice once, right? A replacement for Portman's seat. Yeah, okay. The Republican Portman is retiring. There's the overall energy of Ohio by November. Elections. What's going on? Trump supporters fighting out versus support. Oh, yeah. I've seen that too in Wisconsin. Republican-led Voss is getting called out for his dirty dealings. Some kind of legal thing now. Okay. Ohio. Energy of Ohio. Oh, I know, Gary, right? There's so many horrible people in government. It makes no sense.
So I asked if Ohio will be more blue within the next 5 years. Look at this. The choice made is blue. They leave the red behind.
Oh.
Right? Once they learn what happens, they all kind of go blue, right? So lots of, when stuff comes out, once they're educated about what's been going on, and then we have Ohio taking flight. So moving forward. But I love that the choice is blue
That
in the
is
next
true.
5 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once they learn, once they hear, once they see.
Yeah, there's some kind of saying. I'm getting in Ohio too. There's going to be some kind of legal issues. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting. There's some things in the dark that have been negative and not shown in the past here, with a unicorn negative, and then things coming up from the past, and then I have a lot of courthouse things
Mm-hmm.
coming out that have been redacted from people. I don't know why this is coming out, but I got muddied waters, some kind of travel. Then I have catalysts coming on bad guys with the travel. It's like something. It could be even fast movement too, like the chariot taking charge. But a lot of muddied waters involving a lot of people. Some kind of scandal coming out that's going to cause change. So it's going to take a catalyst or some kind of big bombshell investigation on certain things that are many people involved. It's like there's a sealed indictment of people within the GOP government that's going to cause a change. That's what came out on this throw.
Well, that's probably the catalyst for change, right? Once all that.
Yeah, when you see things.
Yeah.
When you see things come out, people get indicted.
I do feel like Andrea said, it's going to take a minute till we get there. They're a little bit late to the train. The movement here, they're still kind of presently under that consciousness of 45. So presently, they're still under that 45 consciousness as a whole, really embedded there. So it's going to take a little bit to really make that change.
Sorry, that's funny. Thanks, Barbara. That's kind of funny.
You're hilarious. So but as you see the world around them, as the world around them, and they see it moving and stable and like their direction and their change, and you see in this child card making those changes in the world, and that Queen of Pentacles there, that really balanced, grounded around them, and that new narrative coming in. That narrative, when they finally start hearing the truth and the true narrative, because you remember they're under the false narrative, right? Mm-hmm. They're under that false. That's all they know. But as time goes on, and they hear the truth, so then we'll move into some change with them. But I feel like it's not going to be for a minute.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Andrea says, like that 5 years. And I feel like, 5 years. But it's going to take a minute. But as I don't have to repeat myself, but this is where they're at right now. They're all Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spirits beyond the stars.
Where? Lousy place. I'm trying to find one that someone that hasn't been asked. Okay. Tiny B asked a question about Mnuchin.
Mnuchin.
Back to the administration. You got the corrupt ones in there. Mnuchin. And we had, who was the other one? Betsy DeVos, Elaine Chao. Who's that Commerce Secretary? The old guy that always looked like he was in the grave. He was evil too. They were all in the grifts for being there. We already seen some kind of justice on Mnuchin before.
Sam wants to know what's a key bump. I don't do cocaine, never have, but I believe what it is that people would stick a key into a pile of cocaine and then sniff it because they needed something to scoop it with. And everyone has keys, I guess.
They needed a little bump.
So they do a little
with their little key.
Barbara's laughing. Yep. That's a key bump.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Cards.
So I hear. I don't know. I haven't been up that road, so.
Yeah, no. And we don't recommend it.
No. The only way I would have known is because of
William says, yes, you're right, Andrea.
Well, I'm glad that I know these things.
Glad you're informed.
I've watched enough movies, I guess.
Yeah, I was in the movie. I can't remember the guy's name. I think he's on Dancing with the Stars or whatever. The Chinese looking guy.
And you can also tell by the people who have their pinky nail long.
Little scoop.
Little scoop. You're like, why does that guy have a long...
Well, also that could be guitar. They say that could also be for playing guitar.
All right.
It's
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mnuchin.
Okay. Mnuchin's. What's going on what's going to happen with him? He's lawyering up. That's what I just heard.
I got really exciting cards, so I'm just waiting for you guys.
Spirit and Lisa. I leave, return, and make it back just in time for the definition of key bump.
We learn all kinds of things here on
lots and lots of things.
Morning coffee show, Sunday show.
You never know what you're going to learn here. Ooh, cards falling out.
Well, I'm getting that Mnuchin was given a choice. I think a new administration found things. Because I have Magician, Mr. Garland, DOJ, and Page of Coins. What I'm seeing there is that the DOJ gave him an offer. He came in. And I got him flipping for a deal. A star, 2 of coins, and 8 of coins. 8 of coins was sensing to me, giving up documents and telling things. He had a choice there. The star, he decided to flip. Because here I got a subpoena. He was delusional. Loss and things done within the King of Coins is my 45 card. So I got the loss and delusions and some documents or how they used money. So I think within Yellen coming in and other lawyers and whatnot, they found where money was delusionally moved or whatever. Since he wasn't, I don't know, maybe they found he wasn't grifting like others or what was going on, maybe. But I'm seeing a deal and that he was flipping, giving up information for a deal. It's not showing me prison or anything like that, but I'm seeing a deal in him talking. Because I think they had him dead to rights. You either tell us everything or you will go to prison. Kind of feeling. With that, King of Swords and the Magician coming in together with the truth, they had him dead to rights. And I think they decided to offer a deal.
I had 2 cards fly out. Are you ready?
Yes. Mic drop. Oh, holy cow. I got the 6 of Swords in jail.
OMGs.
First
That's
cards
great.
out. These were the first cards out.
This one flew out, this one flew out, and the one that I shuffled out is this. Once they drain the swamp, as all that stuff is coming out of the swamp, dirty swamp, this is him 6 months from now.
Could be.
And Debbie got the same thing.
Same thing.
That was crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
yeah, loss of hope because they have a lot of stuff building up here, and he's losing hope. He sees it. He sees the writing on the wall. It's coming at him. We have the 6 of Swords. He sees that. He sees himself. He sees, and he is absolutely. It is terrifying to him. And then we have the 10 of Wands, and the Grim Reaper.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So he's not happy.
My tarot locked up card, the 8 of Swords, was in the past. Instead of, it didn't drop in the end. So mine might have been showing the future of him flipping and getting a deal to avoid prison possibly, but we're all basically in the same realm.
Well, he's probably going to go to jail, but maybe he gets a lighter sentence, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe,
possibly.
Yeah. If he coughs up the evidence.
Definitely is facing that. He knows that is what he's facing. How he gets out of it, I don't know. I tell you what, just all of us normal people are infuriated because we would go to jail if we vote accidentally twice. These people.
Well, Mnuchin was ahead of the money.
Yeah.
He's ahead of the government money.
Yeah, but
there's money that flowed where it wasn't supposed to be flowed.
Exactly.
And he probably ordered it or had things moved.
Or stole
they stole from our treasury.
Yeah. And that's big time. That's big time. But they can steal from the treasury and yet walk. Something wrong with our justice system.
Okay. We got Mnuchin done. Thank you, Connie B. All right. Last one. We're at 2 hours already. Wonderful coffee morning.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Justice Kennedy. Justice Kennedy was forced to resign, and then they put, who's the guy? I like beer guy, Kavanaugh. Justice Kennedy was forced to resign. There's a little video prior to that with 45 was talking to him, walking in, and all of a sudden Kennedy gave him this huge look. So there was like a proposal there. It's kind of like he walked down and said, well, I had this on your son because his son worked for Deutsche Bank. Right? So it was like some goods. Well, Kennedy suddenly resigned, saved face on something, and then they nominated Kavanaugh.
Oh, I see
So
what this is going.
with this info of why he ever suddenly retired,
I see where this is going.
Why did? Oh, okay.
so he suddenly had to retire, and then the GOP put in Kavanaugh. So why did Justice Kennedy suddenly resign? Well, I mean, will we ever find out why? It's all about the Federalist Society and the GOP trying to rule our lives through the Supreme Court.
It's a great question.
Sarah Palin, that's an iffy one. It is Alaska, you know. It's pretty red. Will we ever find out the truth? This is the sun coming out on Justice Kennedy. It'll be in his memoirs. Yeah, that could be. It's written down, and when I pass away, release this. Kind of like some of these guys that are passing away that were in these secret programs about extraterrestrials. Here's my story before I die. Let's see. Let's find out.
This is interesting.
I'm Nancy Druin right now.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Nancy Druin. Case of Coins path. I don't know. The secret's being held. And that's I had the Wheel of Fortune drop first. So that means a yes. But there's like a guarded secret here of the Supreme Court. It's like there's some things that have to be exposed first. I think we're looking at the dark money into the Supreme Court. What I'm dropping out here. Magician, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Coins. So the Magician here feels like a Supreme Court justice. Then we had the anxieties, the darkness, and then the 10 of Coins. All the dark money into the Supreme Court. I think it's a total. I think Kennedy's got a book he wrote about all of this. But it's held secret until he passes, I think. The Star and then the High Priestess, all that darkness secret. And the High Priestess usually holds a book. You know, like a culmination of all good things higher.
Mm-hmm.
There's maybe a woman lawyer holding it. He's got copies out there. Then I have the devil. So and then I have strength. Strength to power, strength to truth. Like I said, I had the Wheel of Fortune, but I think he's worried about it coming out in the current environment with the Fool. Things changing, Standing power of truth, but the fool. Thank you, chat. Bless you.
Thank you, Chad.
Thank you, chat. Blessings to
That's
you.
what I'm getting. Yes, there's a culmination memoirs kind of thing, like I think it was Connie or whoever said, but definitely will be exposed at some point. It may be at his deathbed or something. But that tells it all to me. It's like the dark powers and the dark monies all got to come out
It does. You're
first.
so right.
There's a worry there. You know, he may have been threatened. We are dealing with a mobster, 45.
Yeah. So I got my cards and I asked the pendulum. So what the big answer I'm getting is 45 threatened his children. He has information on his kids about their education. So did they cheat to get where they were? You know, did they? I don't know. And their money. So 45 threatened Kennedy with his children. He said he's going to expose either something about their education. Maybe they faked their way through it or cheated, and the money, their children's money.
Yeah.
So that's why he
that's
resigned.
There's something. Yeah.
For his children to not be dragged through this, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also have dark money all over this. But yeah. The main thing is
the children were involved in dark money. And his children are adults. It's not like they're babies, you know.
Yeah.
Still children.
His
Hi,
babies.
Carolyn Roses.
The babies. Anyway, yeah. So they came to him and said, "Hey, we have this on you. We have the goods on you. We have the goods on you." Okay, and they're like taking inventory, checking it out. You have the watchdog right here. And literally, you can't escape from this. They came in strong against him.
Wow.
And it could be, I mean, with this card coming in regards to this and guts, he was worried for his safety at this point as well.
Yeah.
Because this runs kind of deep. So it wasn't just like, I'm going to go because you have some information on me. He was afraid for his own safety in this, with them coming at him.
Yeah.
So yeah. You know, you have this choice to make to go, you know. But you know what this says to us, you guys? That this system is a shit show circus. This justice system is a shit show circus. It needs that revamping.
Wow.
I mean, we just have a swamp here. It needs to be cleaned out. This swamp needs to be bulldozed up, right? And bulldoze this swamp out. And find that. Follow the dark.
Wow.
Follow the dark money.
Yeah.
It's just part of the sickness here. And it will be, just like I said. Nothing can remain under the carpet anymore.
Nope. Everything coming to the light. All right. Should we do card of the day?
Yes.
Part of the day.
And I saw a lot of people, yeah, William, right? I saw a lot of people talking about ETs I did a deep dive on a viewer's question about ETs living openly amongst us. If you want to check that out, it was uploaded yesterday.
Excellent.
It seems too good to be true. It was a lovely read.
It's going to take a minute to get there, but that's the goal.
It's going to be happening, so we might as well get used to it.
And it's already they're already living amongst us. It's just not openly. So, but the whole thing is very positive. So please check it out.
My two cards I used the Starseed Oracle. Like I said, I shuffle and take top and bottom. I got the Blue Flame, which is spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration of time. And then I have Surrender to Sweetness, which is Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So, what this is telling me, this blue flame kind of feels like white light, love energy, and then surrender to the good times. There is so much darkness now. You know, love and light and courage to Ukraine and everything that is so dark. Remember to be grateful in your own life and surrender to the sweetness of life.
Yeah.
And not the dark side, because it is tough right now. And like I said, I struggled sleeping last night because I was looking at some of those images prior, popping on my Twitter feed. So remember the good times. Compassion for the struggles, but remember the sweetness of life. And the reason why we're here in life, you know, for the good times. So that's my...
Excellent. Christina, I will check my inbox. Thank you for your email. And I think I'm not thinking, I'm going to do another dream meetup for the whole week for us to go back to Ukraine and help out. So we'll start that tomorrow night. You can start tonight if you want, but I'm going to start that up. I'll put a video. We'll do another week in Ukraine to help out.
Well, I mean, we've been doing it every night anyway.
Yeah.
So Scott said,
yeah.
This is no sleep at all.
I know, but it's just a focused. Yeah.
Might as well do it together, right? Go together.
I just wish I would remember it.
Which goes perfectly with the two cards I got. So cooperation. So us working together brings in harmony. You know what else it brings in? It brings in love. So us working together, cooperation, brings the love. Us living in peace and harmony together, working together, being there for each other, creates the love.
Yeah. I love it.
Yes.
And so to kind of tag on to the messages that are already here, it's important to follow your intuition as well. I have, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it, and talk to God. And so it's like, it's important to follow your intuition, follow that gut when you make decisions, before you speak. There's so many ways that we can do this, but what a beautiful combination. I just, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Follow that.
Ask God. Pray on it.
Yes.
You know,
and your spirit team is always there, talking and guiding. And so when you get those impressions, it's important to listen, because there's something behind that. So
definitely. The easiest way is to use your body senses.
Exactly.
If you're not sensing it, use your body senses.
What are you feeling? What's the feeling? Well, I feel anxious. It feels a little tight on my chest. Well, that's a good signal.
I better not go that way. Yeah.
May want to make a turn there. But yeah. What a beautiful morning of coffee.
yes.
Hanging out with the family here. thank you, Scott, again for hosting. And we'll see you all on my channel next as we continue the questions and doing some discussions and like that. And then other than that, we'll see you tomorrow night on Kim's channel.
Mm-hmm. For ladies.
For Women Empowering Women Night.
And thank you everyone in the chat and the donations and the moderators. And thank you, Scott and Debbie.
Have a blessed day.